Hello, welcome Solex Nation. You know, we promised a huge announcement tonight.
Yes.
They don't want to hear us right now talk about announcements.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on Premiere, you can't fast forward. So you're going to have to deal with us until we get there.
No, we're going to make this short and sweet so that we can get you to what you came here for, the huge announcement that we promised. But we do have a few smaller announcements that we need to go over really fast. You know, it's the end of the month, and so we do have a few more days, 2 more days left of being able to order or purchase Dave Discovery tickets at the current pricing.
Yes, they go up on July 1st.
July 1st they go up. So if you are wanting to come to Day of Discovery, now's the time. Go buy your tickets.
And if that wasn't enough of a reason because you love these events, you've been to them or you haven't been to them and you want to know what they're about and you can make that time in your schedule, let us lace this with just a little bit better incentive. If you hold a Day of Discovery ticket, the Quantum Wellness Center here at Solex, here just right up the hallway from us, where there's the theta bed, there's the hyperbaric chamber, there's the IV bar, there's the light bed, there's
foot detox.
Foot detox. There's so much there. We couldn't even list them all here. All of those services are available. They have blocked off some room before and after the event for you. And on top of that, the prices are discounted if you hold a Day of Discovery ticket. So as a QLA or a preferred customer, if you're coming and you have a Day of Discovery ticket, you can call the number here on the screen and talk to them about the different services available, get some of those experiences with the major machines that are right in this space and can really benefit you. But those appointments, they're already, as of tonight, they're already
People are already calling in.
People that didn't even know that we're doing this, are proactively. They've been to this event before and they know that this is available. So they're calling in. So if you want to and you can flex your schedule that way, take advantage of the Quantum Wellness Center. Yes,
and also, moving on with different announcements, I wanted to talk about, it is the end of the month. We also have had a call for testimonials. And if you can get us your testimonial, if you haven't done that yet, either tonight or tomorrow's the last day, if you can get those into us, and that is, email them at solex@solexllc.com. That can be a written testimonial or it can be a video. We are taking either or. Get those to us by the end of the day tomorrow.
Yeah, just time-stamped, right?
Time-stamped on June 30th, and we will send you Alpha 3 passes. We'll send you a 6-pack of Alpha 3 passes. So that's a great incentive to send in your testimonials.
Yeah, it's a great thing if you haven't used the Alpha 3 pass and you've been timid to jump into that. It's a great way to get a set of Alpha 3 passes and explore how to use them as part of your business.
That's right. Also, we have our Disneyland giveaway. We have another month left, and then that closes. Can't wait to see who the winners are. But we are taking 3 of you and plus a guest each to Disneyland. And like we have said, airfare, hotel at the Disneyland Hotel, and tickets for the park. And we have said in the past, if Disneyland's not your thing, no problem. There is a cash prize for that. But we hope that if you do win and you want to go, we would love to spend time with you. We'll be there with you. So we're looking forward to that Disneyland trip. So keep going. The numbers change every week.
I was going to say, like you said, we don't know. We don't know who's going to win. And legitimately, because it's so fluid and people are so close and so many people are gunning for it, this is going to be fun to watch you guys just who's going to win. You know, it's up in the air. So
it is, but we're excited to announce that. That's coming up. All right, we're going to turn the time over to Deb and Jake, and they are going to do top enrollers and our contest winners, and then we'll get into our huge announcement.
Yep.
Hey everybody, it's Jake and Deb again, and you know, we were just talking, we're getting really good at this. What do you guys think? Anyway, we're here again to announce the top enrollers for June 20th through the 26th. And to do the contest winner. Deb, who's our top enroller?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's been a really great week this past week, June 20th through the 26th, like you said, Jake. But we have a second place winner, and we haven't heard this name yet, so congratulations to Shacey Ritchie.
Go Shacey.
I know. She is brand new. She signed up within the last 30 days, so she is killing it. So keep up the great work, Shacey. And our top enroller for June 20th through the 26th is
Rita Dickinson.
Rita, you're killing it,
Go
girl.
Rita.
So we're going to send Rita another Solex coin. So congratulations, Rita.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we also have our contest. I guess it's not really a contest. It was just post a question that will be answered on a later call. And so we just have a bunch of names here of people that wrote down a question to be answered.
Yes, and you know what? We love questions. Customer support loves questions. So if you have any questions there, feel free to reach out to us, email us, or whatever, and then we try to address as many questions as we can here on this call. So what you're going to win is a Day of Discovery ticket for our event in August 26th and 27th. That's here in Utah at Thanksgiving Point at the Red Barn. For those of you that came last year, for those of you that have not registered yet, I hope you win. So let's draw our first.
Right.
Let's draw our first winner, Jake. Stir it up.
Let's see. Red Dog.
Red Dog. Congratulations, Red Dog.
know
I
who
can't
that
wait
is?
to see it. The Red Barn. I do not, but if you can call into customer support and tell us who you are, we are going to make sure that you have a Day of Discovery on your account. So congratulations to you.
Congrats.
All right, our next winner of the Day of Discovery is Victoria Valenza. So we are excited to see you also at our Day of Discovery. And thank you again for your questions. We will definitely address them on the call. If you have any other questions, you can call into customer support. We're happy to answer questions. We love questions. Questions help us all learn.
Yep.
So keep up the great work and questions.
Okay, and the last one we have for today is Annette LaCroix.
Yay!
Go Annette.
All right, congratulations to our Day of
Congrats.
Discovery winners. That's exciting. We're excited to see you.
And hope you enjoy the rest of the call.
All right, it's time for a major announcement here at Solex. Something that many of you have been waiting for quite a while, and they've been asking. When is Phase 2 coming?
Yes.
Today's the day. Today it's here after this call tonight. If you're watching this on Wednesday night, it is now available through Solex University. Phase 2 is alive and well. We have expertise. We have professionals on this course. We've been building it for a while. We have a workbook. We have so much content to build the level of expertise. But let's, before we jump into that, I mean, Phase 2 in and of itself is an exciting thing. It's going to do quite a bit, but maybe share with us some of your impressions of why Phase 2 was built. What is it for? Why is it here?
Okay, so it goes all the way back to last year. We started getting people that were familiar with the big scanner wanting to know why they couldn't do some of those things on the handheld. Well, the difference is the amount of data that the big scanner has to crunch wasn't available or easy for us to do at the time. And there's a great deal of education that needs to come with, okay, why do I need this? But before we go there, I think it's important. If you are happy with what you have in the scanner right now, don't worry about this. Just use the scanner the way you're comfortable. But if you're wanting to take that scanner to the next level and to the next level, it requires some education, some instruction, and some background. And that's what Phase 1 and Phase 2 are going to help you to do, to understand these new functionalities.
Yes, yeah. So our Wednesday calls and a lot of the other instructional material we have on our YouTube channel, that's for education, for teaching anybody with a scanner the ropes of how to use the scanner, right? And basic training, by the way, is free to everyone. Anybody who's new, you jump into Solex University, you follow the banner that's in their back office, you can go. And now you'll see a $50 price point on there because in the platform we have to put a price point. But there's a coupon. There's a coupon in the link. There's a coupon on the banner. Use that coupon. It's free basic training, and you can jump in and get that material. That's material that we know already that we have to update it.
Yep, and we are in the process of doing it.
And we're in there, and we're going to have to update it again and again and again.
Yeah.
But Phase 1 and Phase 2 are just kind of a next tier.
So Phase 1 and Phase 2 were really only necessary if you're wanting to have the big scanner functionality added to your mobile system. And we need you to do that because of the our customer support here is to help people with the basic system, with the scanner that you have right now. We're not set up to do customer support for the big scanner. There's just so much. So the education that you go through, you're going to learn things in phase 1. You're going to learn phase 2 is going to take what you learn in phase 1. It's kind of like calculus or algebra and then algebra 2 and then calculus.
Yes.
You've got to start with the basics, get the understanding. When you go on, if you go on tonight and you decide, I want more in the scanner, and you purchase phase 2, it immediately unlocks a whole nother section of the big scanner that's now available to you on your handheld. This is exciting.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me pause you right there. Unlocking more information in the scanner is what they get in phase 2 because they've gone through the course, because they're going to this next level of learning. We're saying, hey, we're going to unlock some more information. Not changing what the scanner does, but just unlocking some more information because they're going through this course. They now have a level of understanding that can interpret or understand that new set of data points that's going to be presented to them. And thus, it's not calling up customer service. What is this number here and what does that mean?
Exactly. One of the things that we'll unlock is the database. Now, it's not the full database that's on the big scanner. It's about almost half of that database. And what that database tells you, like right now you see a 1 to a 9, right, on your scans. And what does that 1 to 9 mean? Well, with the database, it goes in and says, okay, it looks like this has been an issue for maybe 5 years or 2 years or whatever. So, okay, and here's some possible things that could have contributed to that. Okay. Yep. It didn't say this is what happened, but these are the frequencies that are indicating that this could have caused this disruption.
And if you've ever had, obviously everybody here has experienced a scan on the big scanner, but if you have, you know that there's a gross amount of detail in that reporting that is coming through these phases, obviously, as the level of understanding grows with that. You mentioned algebra 1, algebra 2, calculus, and that sort of process. And that's where this education has been built. And not to forgive the parallels, but let's say basic training is kind of like in a high school diploma, right?
That's right.
That's getting you in, you can function, you can move on with just using the full range of what's available within the scanner as it stands. But as you jump into phase 1 and learn about connecting the dots through Deborah Bruce and some of these other details, and then we now are introducing phase 2. Who's in phase 2?
Well, you're still going to have Deborah Bruce.
Okay.
Deborah Bruce is going to, in phase 2, take you to the next level of connecting the dots. What does this really mean? Well, now that you have a database to look at, not only does it help you connect the dots in your scan, but why is this a 1 or a 9 or a 2 or an 8? And how long has that been going, and how is it affecting some of the other areas of the scan? With this, you're going to be able to look at this, and because of the training, you're going to be able to ascertain yourself without having to call somebody and say, hey, and take up 20, 30 minutes of somebody's time. The training is important. You only pay for it once, and you have access to that training over and over and over. So it's important.
That's and I think it's progressive, and it's important for anybody who's exploring the possibility of going into phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is a prerequisite for phase 2, just like any increase in education. We go through a certain level of coursework in order to get to the next level of coursework because it relies on that other course, that lower course's information. As we gain an expertise and revisit that information, we're then made ready to take another step a little bit deeper into the details. And it's that deeper into the details that then, connecting the dots for everyone here, when you learn more, because in phase 2 is the next level of learning, and it is a paid-for training, that unlocks more data available through the scanner. The reason it unlocks more is not just to pay for that unlocking, that one-time unlocking. It's to unlock the understanding so that you know what to do with that unlocked information. That unlocked information then can be used by you because you have the understanding from the course.
Exactly.
Right? And we're made ready to make use of it. That takes nothing away from anybody who does not want to take
Right.
phase 1 or phase 2 or anything else. They want to just be
Yep.
content. Now, tell me this. That unlocking in the scanner, does that cost more monthly?
No, your monthly access fee, your subscription will stay the same. That is not going to change. But you need the understanding to, you need to get that understanding and education so that you know how to utilize it. Yeah. Now, there's still going to be updates that don't cost anything, updates that are going to make inner voice better or things happen. Now, those are always going to be free and even available to everybody that has just the basic system. Yeah. Yep. Remember, this is only for those of you who really want to take the scanner to another level. And there is one more phase after this one, which will completely unlock all of that. But it requires that education.
Yeah, you don't, it wouldn't make sense to go and take necessarily a tool that you don't know how to use and go crazy, go wild with it. But when you know how to use the tool, you obviously can use it effectively and efficiently. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So those that love the idea of diving deeper, gaining more mastery, this is who that's for?
Right, and not only that you get the extra education, they get continuing education credits.
Oh, great point.
You see, so if you're a chiropractor or you're an MD or you're in that field, a naturopathic doctor, every year you have to do so many hours of continuing education. This qualifies for that. So it's really just more education, guys. Not costing you more for your scanner. It's costing you to learn these different functionalities.
Okay, so let's talk about how they would go. If they're interested, they want to unlock those features because they have this increased understanding. The steps to go do that is there is a banner in your back office.
Right.
It's going to say phase 2 on it. You click on the link on that banner, and that's going to take you to the Solix University platform. If you already have an account, which you should because phase 1 is a prerequisite to that, and obviously basic training is a lead into phase 1.
Exactly.
You then log in and then you can purchase the course. Once you've purchased it, you can go at your own pace. You can repeat it, like you said, as many times as you like. There's a PDF to download with it. There are also tests, quizzes. Yeah. We want you to know that you know something. As much as you and I don't like tests, right? We still have a validation in that process when it helps us to know and have that confidence that we know that we've learned from the teachers that are instructing us. And so don't worry about what you do on these tests unless you're a perfectionist, I understand, but the idea of the test is to validate your understanding.
Exactly.
And so if you didn't do as well or don't do as well as you'd like, go back to the material, rewatch those segments, take some more notes, add some more comments to your workbook as you go through that text.
Exactly.
And gain the mastery. That's the end goal, isn't it?
It is. And the thing is we've had, a few people say, why are you charging us to use our scanner, to learn more about the scanner? We're not charging you anything extra to use your scanner.
No.
We're only charging you for the additional education that you need to run the bigger scanner.
Yeah.
Basic training, as you mentioned, is free, and that'll always be free.
Yeah.
And we always have the new videos that come up and the new training and the educational stuff that we try to get to you on a weekly basis. That's all free for your basics, your subscription. So again, the purpose of these courses is to prepare you, if you're ready and you want, for more functionality and to be able to understand how to use that additional functionality.
Phase 2 is exciting. It's exciting information. It's great detail. It's in-depth detail. It's not something that you're going to get in one pass, at least most of you. I don't want to say if you're like me, because I'll probably need like 7 passes through this in order to get an understanding. You'll get it in 2. But go through it, revisit it, gain that mastery and that understanding, because the teaching by Deb and others is so rich, it's so helpful, and it brings in the reality of our day-to-day with the function of the scanner. You're going to get depth of understanding of connecting the dots, of frequencies and how they work, but you're going to see how they relate to the day-to-day life, the particles, the tangibles, the chemistry of life, and how they do work together. And so we're just unlocking a little bit more of that for you so that you can dive deeper into this facet of life.
I think it's great. We look forward to, for those of you who are ready and want this, we're looking for you to get into it and just with both feet in there, just get in there and devour this information, because it will, even if you don't use all of the functionality in the scanner, it'll help you understand it even at the basic level much better.
Yes.
So
if you're brand new tonight, if you're just watching this video, you're new to Solex, go in. We recommend start with basic training. That's a prerequisite. Then go into phase 1. Phase 1 is a prerequisite for phase 2. So then you're kind of going through those courses just like you would a university degree. You're just making your way through the expertise that you need to have. So there it is, you guys. Phase 2 is here. We're ready to roll with it. We want you to join us in it. We want to unlock those features for you. We hope you love it, and we welcome your feedback.
Yep.
All right, you all know who I'm with today, Deborah Bruce. And we're gonna have her answer a couple more of your questions from Facebook. And that is on our Solex AO Scan official group. If you're not a part of that group, go onto Facebook and request to be in the group, and you will get to you can write questions there for Deborah, for Lauren, for others, and you can also, it's a good community, camaraderie with other like-minded people. So it's a good group to be in. If you're not there, go request to be. So I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions today.
Okay.
The first one is, would you ever consider taking on a tough case or client? One who's been ill since her 30s, so it's been 20 plus years that she's been ill. She's tried everything known to man, all modalities, specialist, natural paths, holistic, allopathic, Chinese, spiritual, all of it. She still can't sleep, and she's inflamed, and she's getting tired of the fight.
I don't know this person personally, obviously. My plate is very, very full with all the things that I'm doing at this point. So I have had other requests, and thank you for thinking of me, but that's not a position that I can take at this time as far as taking on cases from people. However, thinking about the list of what you just said, my own opinion right off the get-go is that inner voice would be extremely important for this person. My guess is that they've had some background emotional events in their life. Who hasn't? And addressing those would be extremely important. The other thing is that in your mobile scanner, you have a couple of very valuable tools that you can start to work with this person. One would be to see in body systems if a lot of suggestions for diet come up as far as aggravants with food that may be compromising the junctures in the small intestine and getting in the bloodstream. That can cause a blood-brain barrier breach. Try saying that fast 3 times. And that can affect all kinds of things. It can cause brain fog, depression, an inflammatory response in the brain, as well as a total inflammatory response in the gut. So start with your body systems. You'll see the emotions there. You'll see the food sensitivities. But then you also can go to the Cephi part of your scanner. And under HomeoENERGETIX, there's 2 remedies there for sleep that have been put in because it's such a broad-based problem for so many people. The one that says sleep easy, has in it all the frequencies for anything that in the gut would energetically interfere with sleep, okay? That can happen a lot. It can happen from the spleen, the stomach, the small intestine, the duodenum, the pancreas. All of those things can just have different frequencies that upset with sleep. That can be taken about a half an hour before you go to bed, and she could take it anytime she woke up during the night. She could just take another dropper full and that you've imprinted and use that to help if it's a gut-related issue, which you'll see if your body systems has a lot of gut references. The other thing that is in your Cephi under HomeoENERGETIX is insomnia. Now, the reason that one was put in there, it also was put in with frequencies related to the gut, but not specifically addressing the gut. It's addressing more people waking up and not being able to go back to sleep, but it also addresses the fact that sometimes people's blood sugar drops while they're sleeping, and then the brain sends a signal to the adrenals, which has an adrenaline release into the bloodstream, which hits the liver, which sends the fuel to the brain. But you can imagine any time that in the middle of the night you're having an adrenaline rush in the bloodstream, you're going to feel like there was a saber-toothed tiger at the door and you're about to get hit by a bus. You're not going to go to sleep anytime soon. It's going to take a couple hours for some people. So taking the insomnia whenever somebody wakes up, and also possibly combining it with using the Sleep Easy, can be a really powerful tool towards starting to help with sleep problems. But here again, remember how we've trained before. You can't just do the energetics of something. You can do the energetics all day long. And if you don't do the lifestyle changes or look into physically what needs to be supplemented or worked with, you don't have the particle physical side of things that needs to combine with the energetics in order to work properly. So that's a couple of things that I would suggest to start with this person, not knowing them. But once again, the main thing I would start with would be the inner voice, and then seeing what body systems shows for themes.
That's great advice. You know, going along with the HomeoENERGETIcs, we have another question. Let's see. It's actually he asked a lot of questions, so let me just pick out a few parts of this. The Easy Scan provides me with suggestions from my supplements list, which includes a wide variety of homeopathic remedies. Often, more than one homeopathic remedy is recommended. So the first question is, should they be spaced out when taken, or can they be taken all together?
Two viewpoints on that. One, if you're concerned about being able to track down if there are specific effects from the different ones, then spreading them out would make it where you could eliminate one day or another day, and see if the reaction or the thing that you're looking for is related to the specific remedy, okay? If you're not concerned about that, then there's no problem whatsoever in just taking them all together at the same time. The majority of homeopathics on the market now are blends, because the need for them to be completely separate, as in classic homeopathy, originated more when they were originally made back in the day of Hahnemann. So there's different varying opinions on that, but here again, if you have the need to isolate, then separate them. And if you're not concerned about that, there's no reason not to take them together.
Okay, and the second part of that is the recommendation for just one dosing or for multiple doses listed on the original packaging of the remedy used to imprint into the scanner?
You're in the control seat with that one. You have the answer yourself right from your scanner. Put the dose that you want to take, and when you register that and imprint it into your library, that's the frequency that your brain's going to judge how much to take by.
So if you originally said 1 drop of something, that's what you take. If you put in 3 drops, that's what your scanner's calling for. Okay.
You're determining the dosage. So if you want to play with it, you could just do 1 drops and take that after you've imprinted it, put it into your scanner, and see how you do. If you want to use what's on the original package, then use what's on the original package. Keep in mind that on the original package, what they're trying to do is take in the information of a broad-based population and what's going to work for most of the people most of the time. Well, guess what? You're not most of the people most of the time. So don't be afraid to use your scanner to, over time, dial in what's just right for you. But what you put on there and what you program in is the dosage that you would want to use.
Perfect. Thank you for answering those questions today.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure we'll have more for you in the future.
Bring them on.
All right.
All right, this has been a great call. It's time to give away something, though.
Yep, we have to give away something. We've announced phase 2.
Phase
It's a
2.
big deal. Big deal. So what are we going to give away?
Let's give away phase.
Okay.
We'll talk. Let's. Phase 2 is about this progress of learning.
That's right.
Okay, we're learning more. We're obviously learning more about the scanner and how it works. We're unlocking a feature or features within the scanner for those that go through phase 2. Let's do this. You guys comment on this call the subjects that you just love. You hear about this subject, you just want to know more.
You want more.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be about the scanner. It could be about frequencies, energy. It could be about dogs. It could be about the weather. Whatever your fancy, list those. Tell us why you love learning about those things, so we can share with each other not just the subject, but our passion for learning. With that, let's give away a phase
To 3 people.
to 3 people. Okay, but what if obviously we're launching phase 2 and we want to give away phase 2, but what if they haven't done phase 1 yet?
So if they haven't done phase 1,
We should give them phase 1.
we'll give them phase 1.
Okay.
But if you've done phase 1, we're going to give away phase 2.
Okay, so phase 1, $149 value for that course. If you haven't taken it and you win next week on this call, then you're going to get phase 1. And you'll be on your way to more information.
That's right.
If you've already taken phase 1 and you win on this contest, you get your name drawn out of that bucket, you're going to get phase 2. $295 value.
That's right.
Right? And all that goes with it as far as information within the scanner.
And it's massive.
Okay, one more thing.
What if they want to start tonight?
Yeah.
And they buy phase 2 tonight and they win next week?
Okay, if you buy phase 2 today or before the contest is drawn and you win, we're reimbursing you. We're giving you your money back for phase 2 on that course. You got it. We're excited. You're excited. So don't let this contest stop you from jumping in and learning more and unlocking those features.
Because they unlock as soon as you buy it.
As soon as you buy it, you're in, so that you can learn as you go. You can experience as you go. So let's see what you have. What do you love to learn about?
See you next week.
Hey everybody. Oh, sorry. I was starting to go and then you went like this. I was like,
All right, everyone. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. Everybody.
Okay. Is he just going around the block or what?
Yeah.